Your dog can tell you're stressed before you even know it yourself, not by watching your face, by smelling it. That sounds like a stretch, but it's been tested in actual studies, and the results are honestly kind of wild. Today we're looking at the science behind how animals sense things about us that we can't even sense about ourselves: stress, anxiety, even seizures before they happen. Let's start with the most extreme example: dogs that can predict seizures. There are documented cases of dogs becoming restless, pacing, pawing at their owner, minutes or even up to an hour before that person has a seizure. For a while, scientists thought these dogs were somehow picking up on brain activity, like they could sense the electrical changes happening inside someone's head. A study published in the journal Neurology actually tested this, and the dogs weren't reacting to brainwaves at all. So what were they reacting to? Researchers at Queen's University Belfast had a simpler explanation: smell. Right before a seizure, your body changes chemically. Your sweat composition shifts, your breath changes, your body releases compounds you can't smell but a dog can. Humans have around 6 million scent receptors. Dogs have up to 300 million. In one study, dogs trained to detect these chemical changes predicted seizures with over 80% accuracy. Some alerts came more than an hour before the seizure happened. An hour. Before the person had any idea anything was wrong. That same research group ran a second study, this time on something way more common: everyday stress. They had people solve a hard math problem out loud under pressure until they were visibly stressed and their heart rate went up. Then, they took samples of each person's breath and sweat before the stress and right after. 4 dogs were given these samples. They'd never met any of these people before. Every single time, the dogs correctly picked out which sample was the stressed one. Over 90% accuracy. No facial expressions, no body language, just air. Stress literally has a smell. And to a dog, it's apparently pretty obvious. So, if a stranger's dog can pick up on stress in a lab in a few minutes, think about what your own dog has been picking up on you for years. The days you said "I'm fine," but weren't. The nights you didn't sleep well. Your dog may have noticed before you said anything, and it's not just dogs either. There's research on horses showing something similar, but through a totally different sense. Heart rate. In certain conditions, a horse's heart rate can actually sync up with the heart rate of the person standing next to it. One experiment tested this in kind of a clever way. Riders were told an umbrella might suddenly pop open at some point during a walk. It never actually happened, but at the spot where riders expected it to happen, both the horses and the riders' heart rates spiked at the same time. The horse didn't see or hear anything unusual. It picked up on the rider's anticipation, and its body responded the same way. Other studies found that when a stressed person stands near a horse, the horse's heart rate often goes down, like it's responding to the person's stress by trying to stay calm itself. For a long time, we assumed animals just don't pick up on this stuff, that they're operating on totally different senses than us, in their own separate lane. But this research keeps showing the opposite. They're not separate from our emotional states. In a lot of ways, they're tuned into them more closely than other humans are. They smell the chemical signs of stress before it even peaks. They physically sync with our heart rate when we're anxious. They're picking up on signals we don't even know we're sending out, which might explain why your dog won't leave your side on a bad day, not because it was trained for that. Because it can probably tell something's off, even if you haven't said a word. So next time your dog stares at you a little too long, or if your horse seems extra calm around you for no clear reason, there might actually be a reason. They might just be picking up on something before you've even said it out loud.